am Red Cyclone! Aria!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is going on? What is going on?
We are officially prepared to sleep this week with Superman Returns.
Yeah.
This week we also, unfortunately, gonna have, I guess, we'll talk about some of our favorite Kevin Conroy moments.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
Yeah.
He is essentially an entire generation's voice of the character Batman from DC. Pretty much defined him in the 90s, right? That's when the Batman animated series came out.
Yep.
Then he continued because he was just so damn good at being Batman. They just, every time they had a big project, he's pretty much the voice of the animated Batman. Yeah. He's also the voice of video game Batman for a majority of the biggest Batman games. Because I don't think he was in any of the ones that had the other actors' faces. Because I don't believe he was the voice in, like, say, for instance, the Batman Begins game. You know, things like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't. He wasn't in Origins, but he did the Arkham, the Rocksteady trilogy. Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm. So there you go.
He was in Lego Batman.
He was in Lego Batman.
The games.
Okay, so that one, I'm curious. Does that one have multiple voices because there are multiple Batman?
The games, Lego Batman 2 and Lego Batman 3 was talked by Kevin Conroy.
So they didn't have like 66 or anybody show up like in the character?
Because if there was a version of that, they weren't voice acted.
Oh, so
it was only the main characters that were part of the storyline. They were fully voice acted.
Gotcha. Understood.
Yeah, so...
I'm trying to think of the later projects, the more recent stuff he did. Like, cartoon-wise.
He was in He-Man Revelations. He played the Frog King.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, he was in there. He did a lot of the current Batman animated movies. He was in The Killing Joke, which was... It was a mixed batch for that movie, but it was well voice acted. It was him and Mark Hamill returning as the characters themselves. Kevin Conroy is pretty much the voice of our childhood, especially with Batman. To me, when I read Batman, I think I hear his voice. I don't hear nothing else but his voice as Batman. So it was very sad to hear that he passed, and he was a big part of my childhood. I got to meet him twice, and I got to meet him 3 times through Comic Cons, and he was always extremely nice, very approachable, very talkative, very like wants to get to know you and stuff like that, and actually give you the time to actually talk to you and stuff. He loved the fans. He was very into doing these cons because he got to meet the fans and everything like that. So it was a lot of cool things about him. Sadly, he passed, and at 66, which is still kind of young. But he did a lot of other voice actors. He was actually a Broadway actor before he even got the role. Because again, I was listening to Inside You with Mike Rosenbaum. He's the voice of Flash. If you don't know, he was also Lex Luthor in Smallville. He has a podcast, and I recently listened to the Kevin Conroy one, which was August 11th, 2020, and he kind of gave you his history and his life story and stuff like that. And it was actually really good and very insightful interview. So if you want to go and actually get to know the guy that was the voice of Batman, then listen to that cast. It was actually very good, very, very nice insight of his life and shit like that, and him getting the role and him extremely enjoying the role too, and loving the fan reaction to his voice as Batman and things like that. So it was actually really cool.
Yes, sir.
So some of the weird ones he played was he was the opposite, the evil Batman in Batman Brave and the Bold.
No, I never seen that. Mm-mm.
So you ever see the suit that's like red, purple, yellow of Batman? It's always a weird looking suit. I forgot, is it Azrael or something like that suit? That's always been portrayed as an evil Batman, and he actually voiced him in Brave and the Bold. Most of his work was pretty much Batman, like 100%. He was Batman for most of things. He had an actually small part in that Super Pets movie. Who he played in that Super Pets movie?
I would assume whatever was Batman's pet, right? Or no?
No,
was he
that was Kevin Hart.
He's a random person. But yeah, the last thing animated was He-Man. Before that, he was actually the voice of the Batman in the Multiverses game, which is actually pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah. He was in Yoga Hosers with Kevin Smith. He had a small little part there. I think he had a little small part in Clerks 3 as well. Animated series is the one to go to. That was probably some of his amazing work, but I cannot not deny Batman Beyond and his work as Old Man Bruce Wayne. He was fantastic as Old Man Bruce Wayne, and there's a lot of episodes I liked of his. Justice League is a big part of it as well. I've been posting the I Am Blue song up because that was one that he sang for Wonder Woman and shit like that to save her and shit. That's like one of my favorite episodes. I think it was Justice League Unlimited. That's like one of my favorite episodes. The epilogue of Justice League Unlimited as well, with Batman Beyond finding out that Bruce Wayne's his father, the kind of clone and shit. Like he always had like amazing work, and his voice is just iconic to that character. I always liked it when you saw the transitions too of him talking as Bruce Wayne and him talking as Batman, because they both were different voices. And especially one episode I remember clearly, one of the first episodes that he did that, yeah, he had the full Batman getup but talked like Bruce Wayne. It freaked me out. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So I know you said he was in Justice League Unlimited, but if you just go throughout the rest of the DC universe too, like they kept him in that role as Batman, even in the side projects like the Green Arrow, which was a short. He was Zeus in the Shazam miniseries, which is cool.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of little things here and there where it's like you didn't expect him to be the voice, and he just is. It's just because he really liked being the character of Batman. Like he didn't have to. He got to a certain point. You from me knowing how character actors usually do things is like once you get to a certain level, then you only do the big boy stuff. But when you look here, and you just scroll through all of the stuff, all of the different projects involving animated Batman or video game Batman, or just like shorts, is hundreds of things here. It's a lot.
He truly loved the character too. I think that was the thing. He really loved the character and really embraced it.
He was Batman in Injustice, which was that was one of the greatest video game roles, I say. Like the story mode with him in that game. Yeah. Like Batman was a G in that game. He was one of the best characters in there. Let's just see what else we have. I did see. Here's one thing I didn't know. So we know he has a relationship with Kevin Smith, and obviously you said he was in a few other things of his, but I didn't know he was in their cartoon movie also.
Yes, he was.
As the mayor of Red Bay.
He was actually talking about that on that cast as well.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, he was in Yoga Hosers and I think Clerks 3 as well.
So yeah, he's got that. So it's funny too because he's the mayor of Red Bank, right? And then Adam West, which mayor is he? Of Quahog?
Yeah, Quahog.
So both Batman ended up being mayor. So
he also got a chance to play Batman in live action Batman in the Crisis of Infinite Earth of the CW DC universe.
I did not see that. Okay.
Yeah, so he got to play Batman. He was the evil Batman in the Batgirl world, Batwoman world.
All right.
So he got to actually play and be Batman in that show. It was actually really good.
That's cool. That is cool.
But yeah, there's a lot of good history with him. Definitely check out his work because HBO Max probably has everything on there, from Justice League to Batman animated series to Injustice, the Injustice stuff and things like that. Watch Mask of the Phantasm. It's probably some of his best work there. I love Batman Beyond. I love the animated series. There's a lot of like historic things where he did in the animated series, and I think that always resonated with me because the animated series was a thing that me and my mom bonded with. Like that was our thing. We watched at 4:30 every day on Channel 5. That was our thing. We watched it together, and so it was something that brought us together, kind of thing. So I always have a nice, big heart thing with, especially the Batman animated series.
Yes, sir.
But we lost a great one, and it's not gonna be the same. Batman's voice will not be the same. So,
he should never speak again. Huh? He should never speak again.
Yeah. He just should be a mute nowadays.
Yeah.
Just don't talk.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you know what? Not for nothing. For the character of Batman, if he never said anything, that would probably actually work.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, if I read anything comic book wise with Batman, I always hear that's the voice I hear when I actually read the comics and stuff like that. So he's an iconic dude and was a big part of our childhood. So rest in peace, Kevin Conroy.
Yep, R.I.P. Kevin Conroy. And let's see, rolling on from this.
So I just got some stuff in. That was the big knock on the door.
I was about to say you have some figures to talk about, but you have some right now.
Yeah, I got the WWE / Turtles crossover. So I got Mikey as Hot Rod. That's one. Raph as The Rock.
Does he have the eyebrow?
Oh, this one's dope. I gotta send this one to you so you can see it. I'll tell you what. Give me 1 second because I'm doing everything one-handed. Oh, there we go. I'm back on the mic. Leo as Finn Balor. And he does have the eyebrow.
Nice.
He has a world title too. So I had like $50 to spend on eBay, and I was about to lose it. So I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to get these for a while. Let me get them now. And I grabbed them. That picture came out blurry. Let's see. I could get a better one. Actually, you're right. But yeah. Yeah, Raph has kind of a weird people's eyebrow. And then Donatel's Warrior, but I ordered that one separately.
Okay, cool.
But let me send you it so you can check it out. But yeah, that just came in the mail. They banged on the doors. I was like, that's I'm gonna have to go get that now. But yeah, I've been trying to get these for a while. I've been looking for them. I have the first wave, which is Cena, Leo, Raph is Sting, Taker's Don, and Mikey's Macho. So this is the second wave they did. They didn't really do anything else out of this. I think they could have got a wave of doing a ring and maybe some other characters, but this is what they did with these. These were based off of the 2012 Turtles as well.
Okay.
So that's what I got right now.
Okay, good stuff. But then, so from the other stuff, the wrestling wise, we were talking about like Malachi Black and whatnot. I had just popped up.
So yeah.
So I know you said that the link you had sent me was. They also have like Britt Baker, Supreme.
Yeah.
Ringside Collectibles. They got Tomohiro Ishii.
Yeah.
From the New Japan Pro Wrestling.
That was Super 7.
Yeah, Super 7. No, I'm just saying in general, like what's new figure wise, because you finished with yours. But then also Ringside is having sales. So there's the Brian Myers Super 7 is on sale. You said that's like $20 off.
Yeah.
Close to.
That's actually a good deal.
So like there's all over.
Yeah.
Whatever genre you like right now, there's figures popping off.
Yeah, what I sent you was part of that Thanksgiving sale, the Britt Baker shit. Yeah. That was on the list of the Thanksgiving sale.
Gotcha. There you go.
But I remember you saying you wanted a Britt Baker, so I was like, you know what? You might as well go big with that one and just have one and have the Supreme one.
Mm-hmm.
Those Supremes look very interesting because they have actually like extra legs and shit. They have like a whole like 2 different outfits. The Malachi got me interested because it has like 5 different heads.
Yeah, the Malachi and the Kenny.
Yeah,
they both came out still. They're both from the part of the same series. So
yeah,
they both did a lot of good, really good work. There's a lot of good detail.
Yeah,
I saw when you pop his legs off, I know he could put Kenny has the suit or the tights.
Yeah.
And I see that the tights have all the details that look just like they do on TV.
So the Supreme one that's on Ringside, that it just has 2 sets of tights. So it has.
Oh, it doesn't have this. Not the casual wear, Kenny?
No, it doesn't have it. I think that was the Walmart exclusive. They don't have that on Ringside.
Oh, that's the Walmart exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
that one is cool.
Yeah, but that's their version of the WWE Elite Ultimate Elites. Those are their version of those. But I like the details they putting in these. Like, I don't really collect AEW figures like that, but there's some of them that look really cool. And the fact that I give you you have kind of like 2 whole figures within that set.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yes, sir. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I believe he's back order only. Malachi Black.
Yeah, I saw it. Like, he's not gonna be there till January, and I'm like, damn it.
So he went very quick. So
yeah, and he should, because his figure looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
It does look really good. On Shell Shock this weekend, I did open up the Last Ronin figure that I got. But what was I saying? Yeah, it's a really detailed figure. If you like that comic book, The Last Ronin, Best Buy has them. For some reason, they got a lot of them. So if you want it, it's on there.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it has like the box set. The box is the comic book like cover and shit, and then it has the window peak. So it actually looks cool in the box as well. But I took it out. I like the details of it. I like the fact that he has like a place for all the weapons that he has and all that shit too.
Is that something from the actual book?
Yeah, because he uses everybody's weapon. He doesn't just use it in the truck.
No, but like they made sure, like on his person, he put a space.
Yeah, he carries like multiple weapons. He carries the size. He carries the bow. He carries the sword. He carries everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was really dope. Yeah. I got God of War, Ragnarok.
Yeah, I was definitely waiting for that. Yes, sir.
That game, the first 10 minutes of that game is fucking. So even 2018 started off like really like shit hits the floor kind of thing with the stranger, and then he comes out and you fight the stranger and shit. This one kind of has the same thing, but with Thor. And this is not really a spoiler because this is within the first 10 minutes of the game, but it's a fucking hilarious thing. Thor catches you, right? And he fucking hits you so hard that you think you died. It goes into the death screen and it acts like it's loading up. But he charges your ass to wake back up to beat you up more.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
I was like, the fuck? That's fucked up. I actually like the presentation of Thor from what I've seen so far. The game itself is really beautiful, but it also has a really strong story so far. Atreus has a really big role in this game, more than he had in the last game, as in there's times that you're actually playing as him and doing his own little missions and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was actually
that makes
cool.
Sense.
I've been really enjoying it. It's been a really fun game. It's very beautiful. Probably one of the best games I played this year. I have not played Elden Ring, so I gotta play Elden Ring eventually. But But it's been a fantastic game. And talking about God of War, it got also part of the nominations for the Game of the Year this year. So it's getting high praise, and it's a really fun game so far.
Okay, there is some funny stuff though that I see. They said that the accessibility options, they can go crazy because they can solve puzzles for you, which I thought was actually pretty funny. Yeah,
they talk shit to you too. So there's a character you gotta save, right? And then after you save him, you're kind of escaping. But if, say for instance, you go to another route, he was talk shit about you like leaving. He's like, "Hey, where are you going over there?" Oh, that's what he does. He wanders around.
Oh, really? Okay.
And shit like that. So they actually like talk shit about you when you fucking like disappear and go for if you see a treasure, you disappear, go for the treasure and shit. They'll talk shit to you.
I don't understand why they don't understand. Listen. A treasure chest in the middle of nowhere. Come on, man. How you gonna leave that?
Exactly.
When's the last time you seen a treasure chest sitting out in the street? I've never seen one.
I know, but if I saw it, I'll try to open it.
Exactly. So come on, cut Kratos some slack. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But it was really dope. I really enjoyed it. I sent the Raph picture to you.
I'm just liking what I'm seeing. A lot of the quality of life to the actual games is something that I think Sony in general are leading the way with this stuff, and I think a lot more people need to get on board with that. Because I'm just looking at the option screens and stuff from God of War 2. And then just, again, the amount of things you could change.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one thing. You could change aim assist, you could change puzzle assist, you could change puzzle timing.
Yeah.
You could change lock on camera, you could change how it recenters the camera on attack.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's annoying. Strafe assist, which I don't know what that is, but I'd like to know. Like, this dude, what? There's stuff I've never even heard of being options in these games, and that's kind of. I mean, I'm sure I gotta wait a year, or probably a year and a half to play it on PC.
Yeah.
But I will just say that stuff does have me looking forward to eventually like testing it out, because I didn't try the first one.
You should definitely try the first one then.
So I could do that and get accustomed to just how much they let you customize.
Yeah.
Cause that is am I mistaken that Last of Us 1 came out on PC also?
I think so. Or it's coming.
Okay.
I think it is, to be honest.
I think it is, man. That's another one that they went back and changed it up. So, yeah.
It feels like a different game. If you play from the first one and then play the remastered, it does feel like a different game, but an improved game too.
But that's the things I'm interested in, how those studios now. It's like, I guess it's a Sony mandate where it's like you need to put accessibility.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, okay, I like that.
I'm with that as well. Like, everyone should be able to play. But yeah, God of War is fantastic so far. I'm really loving the game. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Also, I saw one thing that made me laugh about it. I don't know if you got to it yet. There's a part that confirms that PlayStation All-Stars really happened.
Yeah? I didn't get there yet.
Okay. Yeah. It's a small thing in a character, a side character that you get with you.
Okay.
And stays with you for the game. He mentions it in passing.
Okay, so
people thought they were talking about Mortal Kombat because he's in Mortal Kombat 9 on PS3.
Yeah, okay.
But
he is.
But it was actually a thinly veiled like little nod to that game. So I was like, what? Somebody went through the trouble. All right. I'm still not gonna play it, but all right. Did you play PlayStation All-Stars?
I tried it maybe for an hour or so. I was not really crazy about it.
I played the demo. The day the demo came out, and I was like, this is a thing. I'm good.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm sad about that game was that I saw somebody put up a render, which is like a 3D model, for a character that was supposed to be in the game but never came, and it was the main character from Legend of Dragoon.
Okay.
And I was like, so you mean to tell me they were willing to acknowledge that character? I was like, what?
They didn't.
And they didn't do it. That sucks. Because I think that, no lie, that might be the #1 most requested PlayStation remake out of everything. And nobody wants to make it. That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
How did you hear that one when they say they're going to do that as well?
But I'm not 100% sure if anybody who made that is still there. So
yeah, that's true.
And it was a different time. That was a JRPG focused game. Like I wonder what they would do with it now. Make it a action RPG maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? But
let's see.
Talking about games, the Game Awards Game of the Year candidates came out while we were casting the Wrestling Babble, so I'll just put the games up on there. So right now, God of War Ragnarok, Elder Ring, A Plague Tale, Requiem, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles are the nominees for Game of the Year.
Nice.
I know Shredder's Revenge got nominated for Multiplayer Game of the Year.
That's cool.
I was happy.
I appreciate that.
I was just happy it got nominated for something. I was like,
yeah. Why not? It was very anticipated, and it came out, and it was good.
Yeah, so I love that game. But I'm very happy that it's getting recognition and stuff like that. While we were casting for the Babel, their live stream went up for the Game Awards, and it kind of did the nominations for the Game of the Year, and I think they did a couple other categories, but I mainly just saw the Game of the Year one. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever is out this week. I didn't get to watch it yet. A lot of people in my house was sick, so I'll wait till they feel better, and then we go see it again. Go see it together. But I'm hearing nothing but good things. I know every person that watched it that I know, they loved it, so I'm excited to see it.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, because you don't want a bad game. You don't want a bad movie. You want a good movie.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Not like this week.
Like, not now. Come on, man.
Man. You know... Oh, we'll get into it when we actually talk about the movie, but there was one thing that really annoyed me about that movie.
Well, I guess that's my cue, so we can start talking about Superman Returns.
Yes.
That is our movie this week. It is from 2006. It is rated PG-13. It is 2 hours and 34 minutes, way too long.
Yeah.
They thought they were doing something. That's all I got. You know what? It was the first one in a long time. I'll let it slide. Anyway.
I'm not letting it slide.
The release date was... Okay, let's just make sure. June 30th.
Yes.
2006. The movie was directed by Bryan Singer. He's known for a lot of movies. He's known for... We just got off of his stuff. Well, no. Wait.
He did X2.
The same one?
He did X1, X2, and he did
so different.
Days of Future Past, Age of Apocalypse, and those. And he did those two. He also did Unusual Suspects. That's what he's known for.
Unusual, not usual. Unusual.
Unusual Suspects. Yeah.
No, The Usual Suspects.
The Usual Suspects. There you go.
I don't like to say. What the hell is the unusual?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he did the X-Men. He did the first two X-Men movies.
All right, so yeah, he's got a long list of things that he has either produced, directed.
Yeah.
That we know of. We have, writer? We have Michael Dougherty, Dan Harris on the screenplay. We have Bryan Singer and the other two also on the story. And of course, they credit Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster for the characters. So the movie stars Brandon Routh as Clark Kent / Superman.
Yeah.
Kate Bosworth as Lois Lane. Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor. James Marsden, Sonic's best friend, as Richard White. Yeah. Sonic's best friend Cyclops as Richard White. Parker Posey as Kitty Kowalski. Frank Langella as Perry White. Sam Huntington as Jimmy Olsen. Eva Marie Saint as Martha Kent. The voice of Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
From the original movie as Jor-El. So this movie is a continuation. I believe it's supposed to be in between the first and the second. No, the second one and the third movie.
It's supposed to be after the second movie.
Yeah, the second and third, because it specifically says after he defeats Zod and the other two.
They don't talk about the third movie, so it's after the second movie.
Hey man, Richard Pryor happened, and then because you got to go somewhere before you get to Nuclear Man, and it just falls off a cliff. Let's see, anybody else that was a...
Nah. I think you got most of the
important character. Bo the bartender, played by Jack Larson. No, that's about it.
Yeah.
So I know this story specifically is the story of Superman returning to Earth.
Yeah.
It says after 5 years in space, examining his homeworld of Krypton.
Yeah.
They mention in the movie that astrologers, yes, they found the remnants of the homeworld, so he went out to check and to make sure there was nothing there. But in the 5 years, don't forget that he had a relationship with Lois.
Yep.
And that he also, at that time, if they're continuing, he worked in the Daily Planet.
Yeah, he did.
So he literally disappeared as Clark Kent and Superman.
Yeah.
I don't know how he pulled that off.
I don't know, because for some reason they didn't know he didn't put two and two together either.
They didn't give a damn that Clark Kent was gone. I'm assuming Clark Kent asked to leave. You know what I mean? Because I don't think at the end of Superman 2 was he like so beat up that he couldn't go back to work. I think he just said, "Yo, boss, I'm gonna see you in 5 years."
Yeah. I'll take a leave.
That's crazy. So this one is basically kind of showing you that the world was functioning without Superman, and that it was slowly acclimating to him not being there.
Yeah.
So Lois was pretty much done with him. She was moving on. Daily Planet, they didn't really need Clark. Just put that out there. Everybody was like, where did Superman go? But 5 years is a long time, and I'm assuming no supervillain showed up.
Yeah.
There's also the side story that Lex Luthor did get arrested.
Yeah.
But because of Superman's absence, guess what? He got out because he was the only one who could testify.
Yeah.
So like there are they in the 2 hours and a half that we watched this movie, they at least do the work to show you, okay, Superman leaving has consequences.
Yeah.
Like him showing up has consequences, and him leaving also has consequences. So, I mean, I have to give him credit for that, because it's true. If you have something that's like that level of power that comes in and saves everybody and does that, and then you have a villain that tries to stop him, and then he puts him away, but then the legal system is the legal system. What will happen?
Yeah.
So it's kind of stupid on one hand. It's like, but yo, he tried to kill everybody. What? Why are you gonna let him out?
Yeah.
On a technicality, why? But yeah, that's what happened. The other subplot is the child of Superman. They try to hide it for a lot of the movie, and then when they get to, I'm about to say like 2/3 through, there's that becomes one of the prevalent things.
Yeah. When
When Lois is on Lex Luthor's boat, is whose kid is that?
Yeah.
And then so there's things that happen, and like they give little glimpses, and like they go, oh, did he just kill that man on the piano?
Yeah, they do a lot.
So there's that. Also, is a little subplot within the movie. So I do not remember when they explored that in the comics, how they handled that.
Yeah.
But I guess they do here a pretty decent job. The one thing I do understand though is that on Lois's part, you can't really go announcing that is the child of Superman, because like every superhero, you will be used as a prop and a tool.
Yeah.
To either pull him out of hiding or used as a weakness. So
yeah,
I understand. On one hand, I understand that, but on the second hand, he came back, and then she was kind of cold to him, but then he explains himself. So I don't know. These are you want to say on her behalf, she has every right to be mad, but then you want to say on his behalf, well, he's kind of this godlike character that he was told that the planet he came from could have survived the explosion, or there could be pieces of it, so he had to go see. So it's like, that's not a normal thing you hear every day.
Yeah, he didn't lie.
Cut him some slack? Question mark? I don't know.
Yeah. No, so like it's 5 years, dude. 5 years, just insane.
Mm-hmm.
I really hated the suit.
I didn't like how the colors were muted.
Yeah, like I felt like it was too dark. I felt like the picture I have on the podcast, it has the red very bold, and in the movie was not. It was like a very dark, and whenever you saw him kind of flying and shit, like it was like those iconic looking scenes and shit. It didn't really capture that to me because it was just like too dark. I don't know. I didn't care for the suit at all.
I do like the setup when they had him save the lady, and he cut. Did you find out that Luthor cut the brakes and he didn't actually have to?
Yeah.
But that whole thing was a setup to get the piece of the meteorite out of the museum. Like I think that was one of the cool things in the movie.
Yeah.
But like, it's just boring. And then at this point in Superman's history, I think a lot of people were hoping for a movie where he got to fight a supervillain instead of just doing the classic saving people from, accidents, or that were either accidents or caused by a villain. Like, because that's basically what it is. It's just Superman saving people from Lex Luthor being a troll.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's fine, but that's kind of what they always do in a first Superman movie. It's like, God, can you start with Bizarro? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go somewhere.
At least Metallo. Like, Metallo made sense.
That's true.
Because he worked for Lex Luthor and he had kryptonite and put it in a robotic body. Yeah.
But where the hell is Doomsday ever going to show up? If is never ever going to get to that point, because they always, it was kind of like the Spider-Man syndrome for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta go from the beginning. You gotta tell the origin story.
Yeah.
Shut up with that. Stop it. It's not fun. So yeah, it's unfortunate. This one, they try to go hard on telling the story.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, more power to you, but it was extremely boring. So
yeah,
I would not want to watch this movie again.
What you're gonna give this movie?
I'm gonna give it a 2.
A 2? So your 2s insist of Underworld, Elektra, and Son of the Mask.
I would rather watch Underworld.
So you're putting it under Underworld. So you're putting it under.
Yeah, it's over Elektra. I'm not watching Elektra. I wouldn't. Ooh.
Over Elektra, there you go. And then Son of the Mask.
No, thank you.
So you want to put over that?
No, do you put it over Elektra? That's
Elektra.
Fine. That's fine.
Son of the Mask.
Over Son of the Mask. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so it'll be in here. This will be number 30. And this will be Superman Returns. I'm gonna go the same route. I'm gonna go with a 2 as well. I found the movie extremely boring. I wanted more from it, I really did, but it just didn't do it for me. So it's going there as well. So it's gonna go my number 30 as well. So next week we have Zoom. I think it's called Zoom. I'll tell you right now. Let me get my list real fast, and I'll get to it. There's 2 as well. Okay.
Is that isn't the bad guy from
Zoom Academy.
Flash?
There you go.
Oh, never mind.
We get Zoom Academy. That's with Tim Allen.
Oh, yeah, okay. We talked about that.
Yeah. So Zoom Academy is next, and then Ghost Rider makes our 100th verdict of all these superhero comic book movies. So Ghost Rider will be next after that. Spider-Man 3 will wrap up November. Then we have Fantastic Four 2, Underdog, 30 Days a Night, Jumper, superhero movie. Those are the next bunch of movies that we have.
Gotcha.
So we got a spoof, we got a dog movie, we got a horror movie, and we got some Marvel stuff as well.
Okay.
So we're good. We can wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. And that is Spotify. And we got a WordPress, so check it out.
Yep.
Peace. Where you at, Merc?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Merc the Mic. Also follow my Merc the Mic on TikTok. We've been posting a lot of figure photography and some action figure and also other news-related things on that TikTok feed. So definitely check that out if you get a chance. I just posted the Rock Raphael on there, so check it out. Follow our Facebook pages, The Wrestling Babble and the RedCycloneInc. We're very active on there as well. And follow, shout-outs to Tots Guwap, Tenacious T and his podcast, the Popcorny Podcast. Give him some love and check them out. They're on SoundCloud, Popcorny. Check them out. And always, and I mean always, remember the follow the Jinkies.
Sandwiches.
Am I blue? Am I blue? Ain't these tears in my eyes telling you? Am I blue? You'd be too if each plan that you made done fell through. Was a time I was her only one, but now I'm the sad and lonely one. Lordy, was I gay till today. Now she's gone and we're through. Am I blue? Was a time I was her only one, but now I'm the sad and lonely one. Lordy, was I gay till today. Now she's gone and we're through. Am I blue? Now she's gone.